Hey guys, welcome to Surf and Show. I'm Noel Salas, and today is episode 1 of our How to Surf Better tutorials, and the topic, Frontside Snaps. This is going to be fun. Sit back, get your favorite drink, enjoy the show. Now, if you're new to our tutorials, we believe our content is best suited for that intermediate all the way to expert level surfers, and this is how it works. Now, each topic is a series. The first episode of the topic we put out on YouTube free of charge for all to enjoy and learn. But as you go deeper into a series on that particular topic, it gets more advanced. So a good example is bottom turns was our last topic. The first episode's on YouTube free of charge. To watch episodes 2, 3, 4, you've got to click the link below, pledge $5 a month, and become a family patron to unlock that exclusive content. Now, we've touched on 4 topics thus far. We've got generating more speed down the line, generate more speed rail to rail, cutbacks, and bottom turns. Now, each episode, I like to work on 2 things. I want to keep it simple. We look at a couple waves, we break it down, then we jump on our Carver surf skates, we work on a couple drills to ingrain those new habits, and we take it back into the water. All right, enough about that. Let's have a look at a couple waves together and see what we're working on in this episode. Now, as I go to the bottom, quick bottom turn, nice speed snap right there, and it really set the whole wave up, giving me the speed I needed to link together a bunch of turns. Let's slow it down and look at that first turn again. Now, as I go to the bottom, I'm making a shallow bottom turn here. Let me explain. Here's my bullseye. I'm coming at it more diagonal, not super vertical here. That's why I'm saying I'm making a shallow bottom turn. I want to get down the line, so when I get to my bullseye and make this speed snap, I want to project out of that to generate more speed. So let me undo that. Look at my back arm is already loaded as I'm twisting or pivoting at the bottom. That loading of the trailing arm is going to cause this whip and uncoil and cause that spray and a lot of projection moving forward. Then I go into multiple maneuvers as I get down the line to finish the wave off. Let's look at it again for you goofy footers. Now, as I go to the bottom and make this shallow bottom turn here, I want to focus on my trailing arm. You see how it's back behind me? That's creating that twist or torque in the bottom turn. So when I come up into the lip for my speed snap, look at my trailing arm coming forward. So now I'm uncoiling what was at the bottom into the top turn, and it's causing this whip effect. Let's look at my trailing arm now. See how it's in front of me? That's going to maximize projection at the peak of this turn. So when I come out of it, I've got a lot of speed. Now you can see I'm going from top to bottom now with shallow bottom turns, able to utilize the whole wave and do a bunch of maneuvers on it. Now as I drop in, make a quick pump, shallow bottom turn, back arm forward. You see the projection right at the peak of that speed snap. Let's slow it down and look at it again. As I get to my feet, one quick pump, go to the bottom. There's that shallow bottom turn. Where's my trailing arm? It's behind me. It's coiling me up on my bottom turn. So that way when I get to the top turn, it'll come forward, it'll uncoil, and I can project. Here it goes again, coiling up at the bottom, releasing at the top, giving me good speed to continue down the line and do more maneuvers. As I get to my feet, one quick pump, go to the bottom. There's that shallow bottom turn. Where's my trailing arm? It's behind me. It's coiling me up on my bottom turn. So that way when I get to the top turn, it'll come forward, it'll uncoil, and I can project. Here it goes again, coiling up at the bottom, releasing at the top, giving me good speed to continue down the line and do more maneuvers. Now that we looked at a couple waves together, I want you guys to imagine the wall behind me is a wave. This is frontside for me. I chose the speed snap because I believe it will help our community best. Whether you're surfing a point break or a beach break, a speed snap will help you set everything up if you're surfing a really fast wave. Now, what I'm about to explain has to do with bottom turns, because if you want to do a solid speed snap or any kind of snap at the top of a wave, it's got to be coming from a solid bottom turn. And if you haven't watched episode 1 on bottom turns, it might be hard for you to grasp what I'm about to share. All right, so the first wave, as I drop in and go to the bottom, I'm compressing in, I'm setting the rail, my body starts to twist or coil. I'm going to pivot off the bottom to come up into this area right here to do that speed snap and get down the line. One of the things we have to remember is that whenever there's an action, and the action at the bottom is to twist and pivot. So it's creating this coil. Remember, like if you were to twist something, it wants to untwist naturally. And when I start to come out of that bottom turn and I start to extend out, do you see this back shoulder, how it's going back here? I'm actually adding more twist and coil to come up in here and project with my arms moving forward, so that way I can get down the line and carry this momentum with me. The thing is if we want to carry that twist and coil at the bottom turn, we're going to have to load it. We're going to look up, we're going to pick our spot right here, and then we're going to come off of it, and I'm going to load, and then it's going to project. Do you see how everything's moving forward? It's going to throw a bunch of spray if we time it right. And then remember, I'm trying to get down the line, so it's not like I want to look straight to the bottom. I want to be very direct, that I'm looking down to this angle here, so that way I can pick my second maneuver. Now I really believe that this will help a lot of you guys surfing fast beach breaks. I'm choosing a speed snap. There's a lot of different snaps that we can do. And we're going to go into a bunch of different types of snaps as we go deeper in this series. But I bring this one up because if we can figure out how to get the timing together, we'll get multiple maneuvers on a wave. And every time I go to the top and throw a big spray, what I'm really trying to do is utilize the wave face coming down to gain more speed as I compress in and go into my next turn. All right, let's get out on our Carver surf skates and start working on speed snaps. All right guys, cones are set. I've got my Yagadora model, and I've got the C7 truck and the back truck set to medium like I've been riding on my Rad Ripper. Now when we look at the cones, this is what we're doing. I'll be coming from down the street with a bit of speed. But I want you to think about, if I'm paddling into this wave from here and I'm getting to my feet, I'm not going to go straight down. I'm going to go in an angle, right? Because this wave's fast. Remember, these are speed snaps, and I want to have good projection through my turns and get down the line fast so I can tag this wave a bunch of times. All right, so I'm coming down here. These cones represent the top third of the wave. And as I come in here, this cone represents my shallow bottom turn. Now, I know I haven't talked about this much, but remember, since the wave's fast, this isn't going to be a really deep bottom turn coming into the top turn. Why? I want to hit this bottom turn quickly to get right up to the top so I can utilize that speed snap to gain more speed. So this cone's more or less on the bottom third of the wave, not all the way at the bottom. Then I'm going to come around this cone on that bottom turn. This cone right here represents my speed snap. And I want you to focus on projecting with your arms forward, okay? And it's not push your back leg straight. We're not trying to slide the tail. We're just trying to throw a bunch of water, right? And then it's really about utilizing the wave's energy and the wave face to get down to come into another shallow bottom turn. This cone is still about a third of the way down of the wave face. And I'm going to come down, hit another bottom turn, and this cone represents my next speed snap, and I want your arms projecting forward. All right guys, this is how I want you to set up your cones. Remember, these three cones, you don't weave in and out. They just represent the top third of the wave. And I'm going to count out one from this cone to that cone is the same. These are 5 paces. So 1, 2, 4, 5, you drop a cone. Now, from this cone to that cone there is 10 paces. So count out 10 and you drop a cone right here. Then from this cone, you're going to get your bottom turn and you're just going to go 3 paces and then drop your cone right there. And from this cone to this cone is 3 paces. Okay, now we want to get from this cone to that cone. This is also 10 paces from here to here. And then I want you to count out from here to there 7 paces. When we go up from here to here, that's 4 paces. And then this last cone to that cone is 7 paces. Once you have those cones set, I want you to pull this cone, and then we're going to come over here. We're going to pull this cone and this cone. Remember, we're coming down the street. There's my shallow bottom turn. Here's my speed snap here. Shallow bottom turn, speed snap. All right, so for this first one, I'm gonna get my feet set. We don't need to go super fast here. We're gonna hit our shallow bottom turn. We're gonna come in here. We're gonna hit our speed snap. We're gonna come into the bottom turn. And we're gonna hit our speed snap again. All right, now that you've seen the first one, what it looks like, I want you guys to remember, even on our shallow bottom turn, we're creating that twist and pivot. And when it starts to uncoil, that's where the snap at the lip's gonna come on our speed snap. And I want you to really focus on getting your trailing arm to come forward so that way you project and maximize speed down the line. Okay, on this pass, we're gonna hit the bottom turn, we're gonna focus on the twist and pivot, and then we're gonna release that, bring the arm forward, bottom turn, speed snap, move the arm. All right, on this pass, we're gonna focus on releasing the coil and twist at the top, project forward, bottom turn, speed snap, project forward. All right guys, now that you've seen the Carver drill, remember, to ingrain good habits, we've got to do it with repetition. So it's over and over and over again. And I want you to wear the protective gear, pads, helmet, whatever you need so you can hit these drills with confidence. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed episode 1 on frontside snaps and our How to Surf Better tutorial. And you've got your homework cut out for you. Now, if you like the show, subscribe. If you like our content, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't become a family patron, hit the link below and enjoy all the exclusive content. Until next time, we'll see you in the water. Bye-bye.